हेलो गाइस, हेलो हेलो हेलो। वेलकम टू द न्यू लाइव ट्रेडिंग सेशन। मुद्रेक्स में आपका सबका सबका स्वागत है। आज एक और नया सेशन होने वाला है। लेट मी जस्ट ओपन माय स्क्रीन। या सो आज एक नया सेशन होने वाला है। आई होप एवरीबॉडी विल बी वायर्ड अप. So let's start today's session. Okay. So today we are talking about deep dive into the altcoins. ये तो पहले भी हुआ है, बट व्हाट आई वांटेड टू फील इस मार्केट बेस में इट इज़ वेरी क्रूशियल फॉर अस टू नॉट ओनली फोकस ऑन द मेजर कॉइन्स बट ऑल्सो टू फोकस ऑन द ऑल्ट कॉइन्स. ओके. जनरली जनरली हम लोग क्या करते हैं, सॉरी आई गॉट मैसेज. जनरली हम लोग क्या करते हैं, मोस्टली बिटकॉइन के अलावा जो भी कॉइन्स है उसको ऑल्ट कॉइन्स बोलते हैं. दैट इज द टर्मिनोलॉजी वी स्पेसिफिकली यूज. बट आई पर्सनली यूज द ऑल्ट कॉइन्स टर्म फॉर स्पेसिफाइंग द कॉइन्स विच आर अदर दैन द मेजर कॉइन्स. ओके. अब मेजर कॉइन्स में क्या क्या आता है? मेजर कॉइन्स में हमारा आता है BTC, इथेरियम, सोलाना, एक्सआरपी, एंड देन या बस इतना ही है. ठीक है, मोस्टली तो इतना ही है. और BNB मान के चलो, BNB भी ठीक है. तो ये 5 हो गया हमारा मेजर कॉइन्स. ठीक है. इसमें क्योंकि हमारा मोस्टली हमारा सर्कुलेटिंग वॉल्यूम ज़्यादा होता है. क्या होता है? सर्कुलेटिंग वॉल्यूम इज मोर. और इसमें सिमिलरिटी भी क्या है कि दे हैव सिमिलर प्राइस एक्शन सेटअप. सेम नहीं बोल रहा हूँ, सिमिलर प्राइस एक्शन सेटअप. ठीक है. मतलब जो ट्रेंड जो फॉर्म होता है वो 5-10 मिनट के थोड़ा सा इधर उधर होने के बाद भी वो है ना, वही सिमिलर प्राइस एक्शन आ सकता है. सो नॉट अ बिग डील फॉर अस. ओके गाइस, आई होप यू गॉट माय पॉइंट. ओके. तो ये चीज़ था. अब हम लोग क्या करने वाले हैं? ठीक है, हम लोग ये करने वाले हैं कि हम लोग अभी करेंटली मेजर कॉइन्स पे क्यों फोकस नहीं कर रहे हैं वो डिस्कस करेंगे. पहला चीज़, war conditions. See, there is a very big tensions happening between America and Iran. Okay. And कल या परसों भी बोला है कि बहुत लोग देवर इन स्पेकुलेशंस दैट अप्रैल फूल्स है तो कुछ सही है कुछ गलत है. So it's like there has been a warning imposed by Iran also that the US based companies should be evacuated as soon as possible, or else the firings would be initiated as per the norms, right? So due to that, of course, if from a certain region the working of a US based company is completely shut down, what happens? Of course the market value will go down, right? So if that market value will go down, what is the next colliding factor, which is the tech coins with whatever are there, because crypto world and also the stock market world is dependent on a lot of factors. It is dependent on health, it is dependent on insurance, it is dependent on technical, it is dependent on software analytics. There are a lot of things. Okay. And agriculture, what not, electronics, electrical, everything, if you want to say, right? So according to every sector, there is a stock exchange mentioned, or a stock contract. What I wanted to say is stock contract. And also there are some specific coins also with respect to technical aspects. Software companies, they also invest their funds, right? And those are completely in a separate server, and for that separate server we name it as a tech coins. And for the health base, which is for example Optum is a company which gives services based on health, right? And that has separate servers. So these all pile up. Okay. And now, which sector would affect due to this decisions? Of course the software based companies would be affected, right? Because their stock market would be down, right? And because of that, their server cost would be higher. Right. If server cost is higher, then of course the market price would be lower, so that the demand could be increased after some period of time. Right. Now they have abundant supply, so that's why what they are doing, they are trying to increase the demand. Okay. So that's why what they have done, they are trying to decrease the price. Now you can see BTC. BTC is going down, right? There is a lot factors happening here. BTC has gone down, right? It did go down, and then Ethereum also is going down. See, similar price action. what I wanted to say. I'm not saying same because there was a much higher percentage of pullback in BTC than compared to Ethereum, right? And Solana में क्या है देख लेते हैं. Solana also a similar price action, but a little different because it's similar, right? And XRP is completely not different, but yeah, still it's going pretty what we expected. It's going short, right? And then BNB is almost as close as BTC. Okay. Oh, surprisingly, it is closer to XRP. Generally, it is as close as BTC, but surprisingly, it is closer to XRP. So now, see, now there are so many methods we have discussed in the past sessions: scalping, hedging, so risk management. So all these involve introducing margins or splitting your capital between two to three contracts, right? And if you know only the major coins, I mean, as usual, BTC, Ethereum, XRP, Solana, I mean, whatever you do, it's gonna be not that impactful because it's a similar setup is gonna happen. Only risk management you can do is if you are taking a long setup in one coin, you will take a short setup in another coin if it is going in a different direction. Okay, if it is they're going in a different direction, no, it is supporting. You'll do the long for both of them. But what if you can invest in something which has a different price action, right? I mean, it's not dependent on the other contract. Like risk management is something which is independent of the two contracts, right? So the analysis should also be independent. What if something goes wrong, right? What if there is a pullback? Why I'm saying is if there should not be any interconnection. Currently, I have taken short in BNB. Let's say I have taken short in BNB. Okay, I'm seeing that the market is going down nice, likewise. First scenario that it is going very good. So what I thought, okay, let's just increase our capital. Let's just take another contract in the same direction. So if in this condition, there are two conditions. Okay, if the trade setup continues, kaboom, I am in a lot of profits, right? Because two contracts, similar setup, I'll have a lot of surplus. But what if there is a reversal? What if there is a reversal movement from this direction? What to do at this position? You will have losses in both the contracts. Okay, so this is the setup if I have continued the trade setup. Okay, now what if I have taken a BNB contract, okay, which is a long setup, and I am having a 10 to 20% loss in my portfolio. Okay, I have taken around here. What I thought is there could be a pullback. I thought, okay, I thought I can just cover this liquidation hunt and I can have profits. So BNB I have taken long, but it didn't happen because there was a consolidation and there was not enough volume noticed. So it failed to do a pullback. Okay, so it continued the trend, which is obvious. Okay, because the market is not that good. Okay, but I have taken the long. So what I would do in the same, I'll take Solana short, right? So now just analyze the situation. Okay, just analyze the situation. Now after taking the short, you are having one contract long and one contract short. Okay. Now as it is going short, the long contracts losses are increasing and the short contracts profits are increasing. But if you are brave enough and if you have got your leverage increased and the capital increased for the short setup, you might have normalized or incurred the profits, right? But how much profit have you just enumerated? It's, to be honest, comparatively very less compared to be honest. For example, there was already 1,000, right? Okay, and now you have taken, for example, 1,500 of profit from Solana, right? And the buffer profit which you'll have in the portfolio is 500. Am I right? Right. So 500 rupees is the buffer profit. What if there is a reversal? What if there is a reversal? Already you have rupees per loss. Got it? Now the Solana what you have taken short, there it will go in a negative PNL because now it is trying to go for a long position. So although it is going down, but your Solana is also going. So your overall PNL is almost being constant, because if there is an increase in one contract, there is a decrease in another contract also. So that's why the risk management is not at all a feasible option for interlinking contracts. Got my point? So that's the main agenda of altcoins coming into the play. I mean, of course, altcoins are something other than BTC. But what altcoins I'm saying is the altcoins other than the major coins, right? And one of them, and some of them are, which we already discussed in many of the sessions, which are XMR, C. It's completely a different chart. You can say, so there is a down and also there is a up pullback and again down. There is a similar setup. No, see the volumes firstly, and second is action so narrow. There is a 5 to 6% increase or decrease in the BTC, but here there is nothing like that. There is a hedge and it is completely different compared to others. And if you just go and cross check, there is no continuation bearish trend. There is always a push to come back with the bullish candles. Candles, I'm saying, not a trend, okay? Bullish, exciting candles. There are always a bullish, exciting candles. So XMR is a coin which is always striving to do a reversal in the particular trend. If there is a uptrend, there will be always a little bearish trend, so that you can try to see that you can incur a little less loss. Okay, this is where the risk management can come into play, because a neutral, very slow progressive coins would increase your higher chances of risk management in any platform. Got my point? I hope you're getting my point, right? Now there is another famous coin which we also like, which is hype coin. Now hype coin is also a very great coin. Okay, now you can see there has been a very great bearish continuation. Too much, too much bearish continuation. I mean, it's going a lot more than expected, right? So now this is a high chance of reversal here, hype coin. Okay, the people who want to take a fair value gap. This can be a fair value gap phenomenon, because near the support region there is a maximum surge in the volumes, and then if afterwards there is a very less more volume considered, then we can say there is a fair value gap, and then we can do the order block accordingly, and we can follow the tactics followed by the industrial investors or the whales, we say, right? So that's how we can uh, just proceed with the contracts and their price actions. I hope you got my point, right? And now the 34 is the current price action. Okay, now two cases. There is a reversal. You can take a long take. Currently, my portfolio, there is a loss in my hype coin, because, as I said, I have taken the entry at here this position. Uh, well, but still, because other coins were short, I just kept it as a long position, so that if there is a reversal, I can cover up the losses with the hype coins profits. But still, now I am having a loss in hype coin. But should I be frightened, or I should be scared that it will go even more down? It's nevertheless it's fine. If it is going even more down, I can't be judging that, right? So it's completely fine. It's completely fine. Okay. So that's what I wanted to say to you guys, right? Okay, guys. So that's one particular thing I wanted to discuss with you guys. Okay. And secondly, uh, hype coin, and there is another coin which is CU coin, which has been a very great coin, because when it is in a uptrend, we have been trading in it. Now it is going in a downtrend, but let me show you the uptrend phenomenon which we wanted to say. Guys, this was the uptrend, guys. See, this was the uptrend. One second. This was the uptrend we have tried to gain. because this was a very very great, because there was a surge in the volume, and this was independent of everything, because all the major coins were going bearish and sideways and whatever hell not. Okay, then this coin has come into rescue. Many of the people have invested, the volumes increase, Su coin has pumped around 600%. Believe or not, we have taken 100%. Okay, this consolidation range we have taken the entry, and believe or not, 100% was not at all easy. It was very tough, because there were multiple checkings, that is it going to go that high, because see, a person who is going to take a target, there is no target to be assigned, because that's the all-time high, because the entry we have taken is also at the all-time high, because there is a higher chances that they can go down. But in the all-time high, if you have taken again that kind, damn, you have got a great jackpot. Okay, so now the liquidation is still completed, right? And again there is a again chance of you going to go up. So you never know, anything can happen in the altcoins. So altcoins have their own story. And how to predict this, sir? Because BTC, okay, we can see the price action regarding the news and everything, and how this is independent to the news, sir. It is having its own path. So Su coin and many other coins, they all do have the servers in separate networks, and according to their parent networks. For example, some of them have their networks in Ethereum, Polygon, Binance, okay, Bybit, whatnot. Okay, so many of them have their own separate networks. So accordingly, we can do the market involving those networks, and if those networks are bullish, Sucoin could also be bullish, right? There is higher chance, and you can just parallelly check the volumes associated with those things, and that would be a very great advantage for us to check whether the market is going in a greater momentum or not. Got my point? So this is one major thing I wanted to discuss. And now another coin, XLM, I guess. Let's just see XLM. See, XLM is also being very bearish, a lot bearish. Of course, right? XLM is being bearish, and now Soul coin is being bearish. Soul coin is being bearish. Okay, Hype coin is trying to be bearish. Okay, it is being bearish, and it is also trying to be bearish. Okay, so we never know what's gonna happen, so accordingly we'll be trying to do what's the best thing for us, right? Okay, that's one major we wanted to say. See, that's what I said. Always whenever there is a uptrend, there is a scalp of uptrend. This is how FVG is, the fair value gap. This is a very nice example of fair value gap. Okay, and if you want to know much more about the altcoins, you can always check coin market cap. See, coin market cap is a very great platform where you can have analysis of every other coin present in this world, to be honest, right? So starting major coins: Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, BNB, Solana, see, Tron coin, Dogecoin, Hypecoin, Cardano, ADA, Monara, XMR, you see, Stella, XLM, ZEC coin, LTC coin. These are all the coins which we follow. HBAR, and yeah, others I don't follow. Pycoin I followed 2 3 years ago, but now we are not following it. And Polygon is a nice coin. Um, yeah, mainly only those coins are involved currently. Not much more than that, to be honest. Not at all much more than that. So yeah, guys, I guess that's it for today's session. I hope you got some major insights regarding this session, and I guess it was very much informative. And we'll see you guys in the next session. Thank you so much, and have a great day. And also, happy Hanuman Jayati, guys.